In 5, 4,
Yeah.
3. I'm recording now.
Oh, yeah.
2.
So what do you count? What are you counting down for?
I think there's going to be a takeoff. I'm not really sure.
Oh.
1.
You
Oh,
can't.
it was just the theme song. Welcome, everybody, to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. I'm Greg Benson.
And I'm Bunny. I'm Bunny.
That's your doggy. That's your dog's name. That's not your name.
I know. My dog's talking.
That's you. That's
I'm Bunny.
your dog is using your mouth. Okay, that's not how a dog doesn't speak that way. A dog has a much lower gravelly voice. No, but they don't bark. They just say words.
Do they clear their throat like that?
They do. They do. Yes, dogs are always.
Yeah.
How come dogs don't clear their throats?
Yeah, maybe they just have uniquely clear throats.
Do you think the name of this episode is "Why Don't Dogs Clear Their Throats"?
Yes, although they do clear their throats.
Do they?
But it just sounds more like that.
Well, that doesn't sound like anything. You didn't make any sound.
Oh, it did. I guess the audio peaked and then it cut out or something.
Oh man, that's
There, did you hear that?
Didn't hear a thing. But apparently, your microphone does not want to do the sound of a dog clearing its throat.
I'll try. Maybe I don't know if you're lying and you can actually.
No,
hear it,
no, I know you'll hear it
um,
back later. I can't hear a damn thing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try a real quiet hack right
Okay.
now. Okay.
That I could hear.
Yeah.
The really quiet
Okay.
one I could hear, but I've never heard a dog clear their throat.
That was a quiet hack that I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So hi everybody. We hope that you're enjoying your 2023 and that it's going well for everybody. How's your year going so far, Craig Benson?
Who are you talking to?
I thought your name isn't your name Craig Benson? Benson?
No, it's amazing. We're on episode 40 now. Over the hill. We're over the hill.
Whoa, 40.
Yeah. And my year so far is going pretty good.
Yeah.
It's snowing. There's snow on the ground here.
I'm looking outside and it seems pretty sunny and I don't see any snow, so I don't really know what you're talking about.
Right. Again, we've been through this. Different regions of the world, different climates, different weather.
But
we live
Craig,
thousands of miles away from each other.
Perhaps. I listen.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'll just say perhaps you're right. But we have also established that you and I are the same person.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of true, but that's really not actually true because two people can't be the same person.
Okay, let me just take a moment here.
Yeah.
I know. Let me clear the air, as they say. I want to apologize for my bad breath. I realize I have kind of bad breath today, and I just want to apologize for that. I don't mean to offend any of you with my breath. Sometimes I don't know what it is. Sometimes I just get a little bad breath.
Again, Greg. Well, you and I are thousands of miles apart, so there's no way I could smell your breath. But also, the people listening would absolutely not be able to smell your breath.
Look, I'm not an idiot. I mean, I know you can't smell my breath and the viewers can't smell my breath, but I'm all about transparency.
Okay. Well, it's irrelevant information. Transparency doesn't necessarily mean they need to know all information about you.
Oh my gosh. It's an elephant information? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you say that's an elephant information?
I don't know why.
That's nonsense.
I don't know why I would say that, because I didn't say that.
Is that the name of this episode? An elephant information?
Sure. I mean, that sounds good.
Maybe we have two names. Maybe it's two titles.
I feel like you're going to suggest names throughout this entire episode, aren't you?
I feel like you're going to suggest names throughout this entire episode is the title of this episode.
I think it might be. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How's your beard doing?
Why? Because I was itching it?
Yeah. I mean, when your beard gets longer, you stroke it more. You do the stroke, as Billy Squire used to say.
I see. Well, I haven't showered today. Full transparency.
Whoa. So you have a stinky body.
Yeah.
I showered. That's why I was running a few minutes late today, because I showered and shaved. I wanted to look good for you. I wanted to put on this fancy shirt.
Yeah. Fancy tie-dye.
I made this with my son and I made tie-dye shirts. So I wanted to put on a fancy shirt that we made.
Cool.
I mean, I didn't actually make the cotton part. But
that's a little disappointing.
It's
a little disappointing, Greg.
It was already a shirt, and then I just changed the way the shirt looked.
You can't say that you made it then. You can't do that.
I guess you got a point. I'd like to apologize to everybody, not only about my breath, but about how I was unclear about what exactly I did with the shirt. The role that I played in the shirt.
Yeah. next time do better. But see, I'm looking at myself in the video, and I see my beard like sticking up in certain places. So I'm trying to tamp it down a little.
All right.
That's what I'm doing.
I got a friend who lives in Tampa, Florida.
Well, are you thinking of Tampa, Florida?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, have you been to Tampa? I've never been to Tampa.
Oh, I have. I do not recommend it.
Anyone listening from Tampa, apologies that you.
I'd like to apologize to anyone who lives in Tampa that they have to live in Tampa, Florida. That's what I would like to apologize for, and let you know that my heart goes out to you. And if you have a GoFundMe, I'm going to put some money into it.
Wow!
Just create a GoFundMe. Says please help. I live in Tampa, Florida.
That'd be funny. I wonder if people could make money doing that.
Oh my God! I bet they could.
My daughter's yelling upstairs.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Do you even have an upstairs?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a question you didn't expect me to ask.
Well, actually, technically, no. That's just ground floor. I'm in the basement.
So maybe you don't have an upstairs.
Yeah. Well, we have an attic, but I don't think she's in the attic right now.
She might be. I mean, how can you tell right now if she's is on the ground floor or in the attic? You can't. She's
because I can hear her stomping on the floor, and I wouldn't be able to hear her as well if she were in the attic.
What if she set up some sort of speaker system using subwoofers so that when she stomped in the attic, then it loudly played through a subwoofer, which then made it sound like she was stomping directly above you? Did you ever think of that? That your daughter's smart enough to set up a subwoofer system?
Well, okay, here's the thing, Greg.
What the listeners can't see right now is that Craig just gave me a look like I've never seen from him. It was the most exasperated look I've ever seen. All right, go ahead.
Can we do it again?
Yeah.
Okay, Greg, here's the thing. First of all, my daughter is 5.
Okay, and what are you saying? She's dumb? She can't set up a subwoofer system?
Well, she's not dumb. She's just as smart as a typical 5-year-old.
Oh, okay, all right.
Maybe a little smarter because she's kind of gifted, but that's what we'll say because she's my daughter and I'm going to brag about her. But and setting up a subwoofer system, like you'd have to be such an insane genius of an audio engineer to be able to set up a system so that you sound like you're on the ground floor to someone in the basement versus being in the attic. You know?
I don't really see your point. Listen, so you so you say your daughter's gifted. I got to be honest with you. My son is not gifted, but he was regifted. Because he's adopted. So,
right. So, is that what you say? You tell him that he's regifted?
He's been regifted. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And we listen, we don't mind a regift. Like it's a good one. If it's something, something the first person's just like, I don't know, I think I'll just regift this. That's fine by us because I mean, we wanted that gift anyway.
Well, yeah. I feel like you sought out that gift.
Can I say an adopted child really is a gift?
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah. I guess
that's not controversial, Greg. That's not.
I don't mean to be controversial here, but but an adopted child is a gift. Some people would use the word blessing.
Often you say things and you expect it's like you're expecting me to criticize what you say because I do it all the time. But in this case, no, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree with you.
Here's the deal. Yeah. Here's what I'd like. I'd like for you to agree.
Here it comes.
I'd like for you to agree with me for everything that I say for the rest of the episode.
Okay, we've done this before and we failed miserably, but let's try that again.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Your daughter is not gifted. She can't even set up a subwoofer system like a regular 5-year-old. Do you agree?
Okay, well listen.
Do you agree?
Listen. I agree that she can't set up a subwoofer system
because she's not gifted. A gifted child would be able to set up a subwoofer system.
And gifted is a relative term. So, what?
And so is daughter. Daughter is a relative term.
No, well, that's true.
Because she's your relative.
Yeah, right. So I agree. Yeah. I agree with you then. I think my daughter is gifted, but it's a relative. It's an opinion. So,
it's an elephant. It's an elephant term. That term is an elephant, as you said earlier.
Yeah. No, I never said. This is the first time I'm saying elephant in the episode right now. Elephant. That's the second time. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh no! I just didn't agree with you.
Yeah. All right, it's all right. We can let the whole agree and disagree thing go. Let's disagree to agree. Okay.
Okay. Oh, how do you?
It's just the old expression. Let's disagree to agree.
Yeah, I just don't know how you do that. And hey, Greg, I was waiting for you to say something, but you didn't notice.
What's that?
I have a new computer. So this is a new camera I'm using.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations! What sort of computer did you get? Let me guess.
Yeah.
TRS-80.
What the hell's that?
A Commodore 64. What did you get? A Commodore 64?
I'm aware of a Commodore 64.
Did you get an Apple IIe?
No.
No, you didn't get an Apple
Greg,
IIe?
these are very old computers.
Well, I don't know what kind of computer you like. I mean, it might just be one of those things.
What kind of computer do you have?
I have a Motorola StarMax.
That's amazing. Are you talking to me through the Motorola StarMax?
Yeah. I got a Motorola StarMax from 1996.
Wow.
And it's great. It is. I think it's terrific.
Okay, I mean that is pretty impressive that you're able to do this.
You know what's impressive is that I remember that Motorola StarMax is a computer that used to exist.
I do not. I have no idea what that is.
There was a period of about a year or maybe 2 years when Apple decided to allow competitors to manufacture Macs, basically, clones of Macs. And so the Motorola StarMax was a Mac clone. And I bought one because it was like, I don't know, about 60 or 70% of the price of an actual Apple computer. Yeah. And
was this the time Steve Jobs wasn't controlling Apple?
I have no idea about that. You're going to have to look that up. You're going to have to Google that yourself.
Okay, all right.
But it was a great computer. And then after a year, you gave me that exasperated look again. But then after about a year, Apple went, oops, we're losing money. Let's not do that again.
Losing money is bad for business generally.
Apparently. You know, speaking of losing money, I read an article that really, really depressed me. And it said if you are an Apple computer buyer, which I have been since 1990. That's when I bought my first. No, wait a minute. I'm sorry. 1986. In 1986, I bought an Apple Macintosh Plus. That's basically the second Macintosh. So I bought a Macintosh Plus when I started college. That was 1986, freshman year of college. And what I read was if you had bought a new computer, say every 3 years, every 5 years through Apple, which is basically what I've done. Every 3 to 5 years, whatever, you buy another computer. And if you'd put that instead into Apple stock, here's what your money would be worth. And it was like millions. It was crazy. Oh, no. Instead of buying a computer, if you just put that money into Apple stock, you'd be worth millions.
If you would have put that money into Apple, not worry about your acting career or any career, just pay your bills.
Yeah.
You'd be a millionaire.
Multi-millionaire. I mean, you know me, I'm already a millionaire, but then I'd be like multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, listen. I'm a billionaire. Let's just be honest with everybody.
Oh my God,
I'm a multi-billion. I'm worth over $600 billion. And
you're the richest person in the world.
I just checked this. I just checked my bank account this morning. I'm like, God, there's over $600 billion.
Oh my God,
in my checking account.
Greg, that you're the richest person in the world by far. By far.
I didn't realize that. I just thought I had a good checking account. You know, because my checking account gets interest at my bank. So that's basically I made all that off of interest.
How much? How much interest?
It gets about 1 billion% interest.
What? Greg, something's wrong here. This is not true. Whatever's happening right now is not true.
What are you talking about?
No, 1 billion% interest that would be
pretty good.
You put
I know, it's
$1 into an account, and then a year later you'd have $1 billion.
I think that's why it happened because I put like $500-600 in there, and then basically that's what happened.
My God.
Only like a year ago, and now I have like $600 billion. I mean,
does anyone else use this bank?
No, I think that the bank made a mistake, and I'm not going to correct them. But yeah.
So I feel like it's not going to work out for you. Then I don't think the bank is going to suddenly be like if you go try to withdraw $600 billion, the bank will you will destroy the bank.
I don't think so.
The bank will go under.
I mean, I don't think that Billy's Bank is going to go under. It's been open for over a year.
Billy's Bank?
It's the name of the bank, Billy's Bank, which is also the name of this episode.
Okay.
And,
oh my God.
And I don't think that they're going to go under because they're FDIC insured. Do you know what FDIC stands for?
Yes, I do.
It stands for Frank Darabont's International Carcass.
No. So wait, so Frank Darabont,
Frank the actor,
he's a director.
Director, and his carcass is international.
What is like his own? Like, is he dead?
Yeah. I mean, he might be. Look,
he's not dead.
I don't know if he's dead or not. Like, I didn't do research before this episode. Normally, I do the research. I didn't do the research this time, and I apologize.
So it is an FDIC. That's not what FDIC stands for.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Well,
so
what do you think FDIC stands for? Frank Darabont's what?
Federal Department
Frank
of what?
It's Frank Darabont's something. I know FD is Frank Darabont for sure.
No. It's probably Federal Department of
International Carcasses,
Insurance something. God. I don't know.
See, you're just guessing. And you know what the old expression is? When you guess, you embarrass yourself and Frank Darabont.
Is that really?
Yep.
Yeah. Wait, FDIC stands. Do you actually know what it stands for?
Yeah, Frank Darabont's International Carcass.
No.
Federally deposited insurance claims.
Federally deposited insurance.
Fantastic dreidels in Colorado.
Fantastic dreidels in Colorado.
That's what it stands for.
Yeah. Wow. Why isn't it coming up? I just Googled. Oh, because I'm in the news section.
Oh, man. Is there news
Federal
about
Deposit Insurance Corporation.
That's a corporation? You mean my money is insured by a my $600 billion in Billy's Bank
so here's the thing, Greg. If you try to take out $600 billion, and if it's federally insured, you might ruin our government. You might take down our government.
All right, then you know what? I think this afternoon I'm only going to withdraw like $400 billion. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Why would you need $400 billion right now?
I was thinking of maybe going to buy a new shirt.
You don't understand money, Greg. You don't. Or a shirt that you can tie dye.
Maybe you just don't understand how expensive the shirts are that I like.
Well, I do understand that there is no shirt that's worth $400 billion.
Not in your opinion, but maybe you don't shop.
My fact.
Maybe you don't shop where I shop.
No one does because no one has $400 billion.
I think a lot of people shop where I shop.
Okay, where? Where do you shop?
The Gap.
The Gap. We both thought the Gap. Okay.
Jinx.
I guess
Jinx. Okay, you got to buy me a Billy's Bank account.
No, we didn't actually say it at the same time. So
right. I think we did.
Not exactly.
Okay.
So, the Gap, huh? The Gap can be a little pricey at times. Yeah. So I suppose no, Greg. No.
There's a section in the back where they keep the $600 or the $400 billion shirts. There's just a section it's
Greg,
right by the sales section.
No one person has that much money.
Except me, Craig.
Why would they make shirts for someone? I mean, I guess if you have that much money and you're willing to spend it all, I would make a shirt for you.
Here's the deal. They make it just in case. Like, let me say this. Like, if you start a business and your business was called $400 billion Shirts, which, by the way, is the name of this episode.
Yeah, name of this episode, sure. Yeah.
If you start a business called $400 billion Shirts, and all you sold was one shirt, you could retire. That your business only requires for you to sell one shirt.
Yeah, but even why would you go that high when no one has that much money? You could go with $1 million shirts.
Do you know why? Because you can't retire anymore with $1 million. It's just not enough. You can't retire unless you move to the moon. Then you could retire with like $1 million.
I feel like I could do fine with $1 million. I think
on the moon? You think?
No, not on the moon. Hey, our dog is whining.
Okay, that's good. And dining?
No, not dining. No,
just whining. So your dog has a drinking problem, is what you're saying?
No. Well, yeah, we wish she would drink more water. So
if your dog is just hanging out there just whining, then maybe she should join DAA.
No. Whining as in the sound.
Oh, I thought I see now. Listen, listen. I feel like you weren't clear, and I just thought you meant your dog was drinking too much wine.
Yeah. So when you misunderstand someone, you blame that other person.
Yeah, I feel like it was your fault, obviously, because you weren't clear from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, no.
All right, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Internal Revenue Service, sexy or not sexy?
Not at all. Not at all sexy.
See, I'm going to go with sexy.
Why? What's sexy about
I just think the Internal Revenue Service is sexy, you know?
How so?
I don't. I just find it sexually attractive.
What about it is sexually attractive?
Look,
the whole organization itself, because the fact that they take people's money for the government.
You can't ask a man to pinpoint why he thinks a certain service is sexy. You can't ask a man that because it's all just personal preference. You know, like I don't know if you're a leg man or a boob man or an Internal Revenue Service man, but men have different preferences, and I find the Internal Revenue Service very sexy. What do you find sexy? If you told me you were
a leg man or a boob man, I wouldn't have to have a lot of follow-up questions,
or a forehead man. It could be any part,
a specific body part, and that's just sort of an innate human nature thing. But a giant organization, I feel like you need to narrow down a little bit why you think what you think is sexy about it.
Let me just ask you then. What do you think is sexy, Craig Benzine?
What do I think is sexy?
Yeah, don't say personality.
I like butts.
Butts, sure.
I like boobs.
Boobs, yeah, and the Internal Revenue Service.
The internal. No.
Come on. Butts.
If I had to say an organization was sexy, it'd be more sexy to say like the NSA or the CIA.
Because I knew you were going to say CIA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dog is barking, and I don't mean my feet, Greg. I don't mean my feet.
You know I was going to say your feet are tired. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Why don't you sing a song while I go grab my dog to stop it from barking?
Okay, yeah.
Can you hear it? Can you hear the dog barking?
Oh, sure. I'm getting my ukulele out.
Okay.
You know,
you get your
first time I played a ukulele song on this podcast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, you play a song. Oh, wait. The dog might have stopped barking. We may need to schedule this podcast. Okay, stop, Greg. Stop for a second. Stop, please.
What?
Greg, stop.
I thought it was time for me to play the song.
Just the dog stops barking.
Yeah.
But we may need to schedule these podcast sessions during a time when my wife and child are not leaving the house.
Do you know? But can I just tell you that if the dog is barking in the background, I can barely hear it.
Okay.
And besides, a lot of people find that sexy. So
dog barking.
Yeah.
People find that sexy.
Yeah.
I don't see how that.
A lot of people think dogs barking is as sexy as the IRS. So yeah.
You should have said, "Oh yes," because that rhymes.
I meant to say, "Oh yes," but instead I said, "Oh yeah." That's what I did.
Okay, I'm gonna go get the dog now.
Man, I know 2 chords. Oh, I know another chord and another one after that. Man, this is so good. You guys have not heard me play ukulele before unless you watch my Twitch streams. Let me tell you something about my Twitch streams. I had a fan write me recently. Not the type of fan that cools you off, but I'm sorry, Craig is back. So I had a fan write me recently an email, because sometimes people find my email. So a fan wrote me an email and said, "Hey, how are you? I never see you anymore." They said, I know you're on Twitch, but I don't have Twitch. And I thought, well, Twitch is a website. Do you not have the internet? And if you don't have the internet, how are you writing me an email? So that's what I don't understand. Why does someone say, "Oh yeah, no, I don't watch your Twitch because I don't have Twitch"?
Yeah,
it's just a website. Anyone can click on it and go to it and watch it. It's free.
Yeah, but they don't want to make an account, Greg. Because
you don't have to make an account. You can just watch it without an account.
You can watch Twitch without an account?
Sure you can. Anybody can watch it. You click on a link and watch a thing. You don't even have to have an account. You only have to have an account if you want to leave comments.
Well, they probably think you need an account, and they don't want the government the IRS listening in on
God,
what they do on the internet.
Tell me more about the IRS.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh no, Greg, we've been talking about the IRS, and you weren't doing this before.
God, yes.
Oh no! Oh God, this is very uncomfortable.
I'm sorry you said the IRS in such a sexy way. I just I knew this is going to get hot. I could just feel it.
No, Greg. What about that organization again? What is it? It's just the whole. Do you even know what the IRS is? Oh, I should have said that.
It's a very sexy service that they provide to people.
What's the service?
It's they keep it on the inside. It's internal, and then it involves there's money involved. There's a monetary exchange because they have revenue.
Yeah.
Like this. Yeah. They do a lot of stuff that's very sexy and internal.
You don't know,
and
do you? You just know the name.
I don't know exactly what they do, but all I know is it's very sexy.
Do you pay taxes? Do you?
Well, I'm from Texas, but I don't send any money back to them.
Taxes.
Like dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I used to be from.
At the end
Texas.
of the year,
I'm sorry. That was a good joke. That's where I used to be from. Dollars, taxes. Do you get it?
Okay.
Listen, it's not my joke. That was the Marx Brothers.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Are you done stealing jokes?
I guess.
Are you done?
I guess.
Okay. Listen, at the end of the year, you make money. It's called income, and at the end of the year,
shit! I'm sorry, you can't finish because it's time for the Patreon section starting now.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
And that's the end of the Patreon-only bonus section. I hope that you all enjoyed that. Craig revealed a secret about himself, and I wasn't here to hear it, so I'll have to listen later to hear what that secret is.
We were talking, and then all of a sudden, Greg got up and left with no explanation. So
what do I have to tell?
I was left by myself, so I just revealed secrets about myself.
So wait, Craig, I'm sorry. What am I supposed to raise my hand like I'm in school and say, "Oh, I got to go pee. I have to go do number one." What am I supposed to tell you every time I have to go pee? It's ridiculous.
You could say, "Hey, listen, I have to get up for a second to go do something."
Because I'm in school and I have to say I need a hall. Can I have a hall pass can I have a bathroom buddy to go to the potty
Greg,
with me?
Greg, because we are recording a podcast. So
who is?
We're having a conversation and people are listening to it.
Oh my God, who is?
500 to 1,000 people. Yeah, not here. No, not here, Greg. No.
I thought you meant they're in my room or something. Yeah.
No, they're not in your room.
Because I think I would have noticed that there were 500 to 1,000 people in my room. I'd be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I probably would say that.
Yeah, that's all you'd say.
I just go like,
so you'd walk into a room.
Sorry,
that has 1,000 people in it.
Yeah, in one little room.
Pretty noisy. They'd probably be talking. And you would,
or it would be even creepier if they're deadly quiet.
Oh my God, that would be really creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you walk in and you just, at that tone of voice, you just go, I'm sorry.
Sorry? Yeah, it's exactly what I would say.
Yeah. That's your reaction.
Well, it's also my catchphrase. I mean, you've heard me say it in every episode.
No, I have not.
Well, then you're not listening, because that is my catchphrase. I use it in every single episode, and it's one of a lot of viewers have left comments that their favorite part is when I say I'm sorry ? And you guys, listen, you guys can leave reviews right now saying that, because it's the truth, and a lot of people love it.
No one has ever said that, but they will now.
Do you think so?
But yes, they will. But no one has ever. And you know what would be funny is if they went back to previous episodes and left comments about how they love your catchphrase.
It is a good catchphrase. I think everybody should have a catchphrase. If you had a catchphrase,
I've had several in my time.
but I mean, if you ever decide to have a catchphrase, what would it be?
Me?
Yeah. You're the one I'm talking to because you're the only person that's on this.
I thought maybe you were talking to the commenters.
No,
Like
no. You. No, I'm talking to you. If you could have a catchphrase, what would it be?
Well, I've had several catchphrases, Greg.
I know. I mean, like, I'm just like a what if, just imagine that you had a catchphrase.
Okay, I'm gonna come up with a new one. That's my chicken.
Okay, so if someone's just like, "Hey, whose chicken is this?" Then that's when you would say it.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
Look at that one scraggly white hair that's just sticking out from the bottom. You're right there. That one scraggly white hair sticking out. That's amazing. You know what? If we were hanging out and doing this in person, I'd just reach over and I'd just yank it right out.
That would be terrible. That would be terrible of you to do that.
It would? Why?
Yeah.
I'd be doing you a favor.
No, Greg,
I would
you
be
don't
trimming
just
your
yank
beard.
people's hair. I feel like there's a few rules about being a normal, decent human being, and one of them is you don't yank people's hair out. You just don't. Yeah.
I love that you say, I think that there are a few rules about being a normal, decent human being.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying they're laws, but although yanking someone's hair, I feel like there are laws against yanking someone's hair out.
I guess when it comes down to it, technically that's assault.
Yeah.
If you have touched another person in any way, that is assault. And I think that yanking someone's hair out would count as touching them, even though all you're touching is their hair. And is the hair really part of a person?
Yes, it is.
It is what I said.
Yeah.
So
unless it falls off of them, yeah.
Oh, then it's okay?
Yeah, if it's already fallen off of them, then I feel like that hair is fair game.
Do you know what I think? Speaking
hair
of that,
game, if you will.
Speaking of, which is the name of this episode, hair game.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Do you say this in real life when you're not recording a podcast? That's the name of this episode.
I do, because every day to me is a new episode.
Okay.
Which I think is how everybody should look at their life. You know, it's all entertainment.
It's all a show.
Listen, the world is here
show.
to entertain us, and every day is a new episode.
Okay. I mean, I feel like that's a gross way to look at life, but all right.
So, what are we talking about?
Hair pulling out. And
So Jerry Seinfeld had a routine where he talked about like everybody's so obsessed with like hair. Oh, she's got such beautiful hair. I want to run my fingers through her hair, and like, I want to just hold her hair up to my nose and sniff it and that sort of thing. I want to smell her hair. But then as soon as a hair like comes off of someone's head and it gets like on your food in a restaurant, even if it's from a beautiful woman who had long beautiful hair, you're like, ugh, there's a hair in my food. And that's the weird thing about hair is it's only beautiful when it's on someone's head. And when it comes off, when it's attached, and then when it's as they say, disattached.
Yeah, they say that.
Yeah. They're wrong. Yeah. That's not the word. The word is unattached.
Okay. Wow, that person was really dumb.
But they say disattached.
Because they are really dumb.
They're
really
so dumb. I know.
Yeah.
But then people are not interested in that, and then it's gross. And I think that for some reason that little routine just stuck with me.
Yeah. Much like your hairs. I like that laugh of yours. That was good. I would say that was a sexy laugh.
Thank you. All right, so that's what you find sexy.
No, that laugh in particular.
All right,
yeah.
All right, that's good. I'll take the Internal Revenue Service. You take that laugh. That's fine.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Speaking
the entire service, Greg. It doesn't make any sense.
I'll take the entire service. Yeah.
That's what you find sexy. I still don't.
If I could have sex, I don't know if it's possible, but if I could have sex with the Internal Revenue Service, I would do it. I would do it.
Now, are we talking? But does that mean like every member of the?
Oh God,
Revenue?
no! Oh come on, no, gross,
no.
Gross.
Okay,
I'm not a whore.
Okay, all right.
Which, by the way, is also the title of this episode.
I'm not a whore. The previous episode already had whore in the title. So
how did it do? Was it a big hit?
It's not out yet.
Did a lot of people listen to it?
We don't know yet. That'll be in a few weeks.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So speaking of hair and trying to keep yourself looking good, I tried a stationary bike recently. I don't know if you've ever tried a stationary bike, and I didn't get any exercise at all. You know?
Well, did you pedal?
Well, no, it's a stationary bike. I just stood there stationary.
Oh, no.
And I didn't burn a single calorie, didn't get a single
Greg.
step or anything.
Greg.
No
Greg.
exercise whatsoever.
Stationary
And frankly,
means
I think that's a waste of money. A stationary bike is a waste of money.
Bike.
I know what you're going to say. I know, Craig, and I will say at least I did, get some nice looking letters out of it. They looked really nice.
What letters?
The letters that I wrote on the stationery. At least I got some nice looking letters out of it.
Wait, there was stationery? There was actual paper?
Yeah, well, it's a stationary bike.
No, Greg. A stationary bike is a bike that doesn't move.
I know. I didn't move. I stood there on the stationary bike and I wrote the letters.
Are you a bike? No. You're not a bike, Greg. The bike itself doesn't move. That's the stationary bike.
Well, obviously, because it's an inanimate object. You could say that about any inanimate object. Oh, hey, look at that chair over there. That doesn't move. Must be a stationary chair. You know
what? You know what? Stationary bike is a bit of a misleading name for it because because the bike itself, it's referring to the bike itself, the whole bike staying in one place, but it does move. It's just the pedals move. You pedal, and the wheels turn.
I don't want to do that because I don't want to ride around my neighborhood. I want to
stay. You wouldn't move. You wouldn't move. It's a stationary bike.
That's exactly what I did. I got on it and I didn't move. We're saying the same thing, Craig.
No, you're not saying the same thing, Greg. You get on the bike and you pedal, and your legs move up and down.
And then I'd be out moving around the neighborhood. And then I have to call my wife, and I'd be like, I'm a mile from the house. Come pick me up.
Bike stays there, but you pedal.
So wait. The bike stays there, but then I would move through the neighborhood? That makes no sense whatsoever.
Did I say you moved through the neighborhood, Greg? I didn't say you moved through the neighborhood.
Craig, this is
pedal.
nonsense.
You pedal.
You're not making any sense.
Greg, you pedal the bike. You still pedal. You move.
Oh,
but
my
you don't
God.
move.
Okay. I need a sandwich.
Okay, why?
I'm just a little hungry. Yeah, could use a sandwich.
I had some cereal, but I think I'm gonna have some eggs and beans after this.
Excuse me?
Yeah, eggs and beans. I have that every morning.
I said it.
My
catchphrase.
That wasn't your. No. That wasn't your catchphrase.
It's not. Oh, hang on.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's better. There it is.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
You didn't even know what your catchphrase was.
Sometimes I forget. Everybody forgets their own catchphrase.
It's a really lame catchphrase, Craig.
What? I'm sorry. See, it worked perfectly there. Listen, some people do forget their own catchphrase. Did you ever see that episode where Urkel said, "Oh, who was responsible for doing this?"
He didn't.
He said that. Yeah, because he forgot his own catchphrase.
I don't remember that episode because literally every episode I've seen, he said,
"Did I do that?
Did I create this situation?
No, it's did I do
Am
that?
I responsible for this happening?
No, it's did I do that?
I don't know. I never saw that episode.
That's every episode.
Speaking of every episode, this episode, like every other episode of this podcast, is sponsored by Braniff Airlines, where their slogan is, "I think we went out of business many years ago." Thank you, Braniff Airlines, for your sponsorship.
Okay, this is the second time they've sponsored.
Yeah.
And how much are we getting paid?
Nothing. They're out of business, dude.
Well, then why? Why are you mentioning them?
Because I'm just assuming that they would want to sponsor the podcast. I mean, they need to get their name out there. I mean, not a lot of people are talking about Braniff Airlines anymore.
I'm sorry? That doesn't make any sense.
Whoa! I saw what you did. It works well when you say it too. See, that's the sign of a good catchphrase. Anybody can say it, and it just works.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, if it's a catchphrase, it's usually got to be the same person saying it every time for like a show. If it, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like
I'm trying to ruin it by also saying it.
I feel like the best shows, the best TV shows, have everybody saying the catchphrase.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like everybody. Like let's say the catchphrase, just as an example, is "Good evening." That everybody when they walk into a room and then when a new scene starts, they all just say "Good evening." I mean, that's a good show. That's good writing.
I feel like we should write that show where, like, In every scene, people walk in and they're like, "Good evening."
Oh my God. And I have the perfect name for that show.
What's it called?
The Beau Bridges Show.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Is Beau Bridges going to star in it?
It stars Beau Bridges.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think? I feel like he's probably not going to want to do a show. I think it'd be really hard to get Beau Bridges.
No, he's already doing a show on Apple TV next year.
Again, that's a reason why it would be hard to get him to do this show. He's already doing a show.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, they've already finished shooting it and they're done with it. So now he's free to do another show. And this one has his name in the title. Like, you're not going to make the Beau Bridges show and not have Beau Bridges in it.
Do you think he would take issue with how dumb the concept is so far?
I think he'd like it. I think he would like it.
Yeah. Good evening.
Exactly. Yeah. See? Yeah. It's so good. It writes itself.
Well, we wrote it.
They say that a good show writes itself.
Well, maybe, or that's formulaic and lame.
Which is also the name of this podcast.
Yes. Oh, Greg.
This podcast, this episode has so many good titles.
It does. What are we gonna? Maybe we should change the title every day. Should we do that for this episode?
I think, yeah, because there are so many good ones. We absolutely need to.
Maybe I should upload a video to YouTube and say the title of this changes every day, and then that should be what it's called. And then the next day it's called this title changes every day.
Yeah.
And then the next day it's called the title's different now, and will be tomorrow.
I like it.
Yeah. And
you know, Craig, I think that's a great idea. Sometimes you no. Stop the theme song. No, it's too early. No, we don't. Yeah, okay, thank you. No, we didn't. Sorry, it's not the end of the episode yet. I don't know why the theme song just started.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to say, you come up with some really good ideas.
Thanks.
Yeah. And that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for listening to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Greg Benson.
My name is Bunny.
I'm talking about lettuce.
Greg Benson and Bunny coming at you. We look forward to talking to you next week. From our mouth to your ears, which is the name of this episode.
That sounds gross. That's gross.
See you next week,
also,
guys.
like our mouth, like we share a mouth.
Yeah.
We have one mouth.
You know we do. My God, stop petting that dog so hard. You're hurting her. Stop hurting her.
She likes it.
You're not really. She likes it. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.